the One Nation of Gamers Summer Circuit. This is the final day of the feature tournament number 1, where we will crown a winner and we will send somebody to the grand finals at PAX. I'm TJ. I'm joined by Dog. It's the final day, Dog. How you feeling?
Pretty good, pretty pumped. Got a bunch of decently known players here. It should be a couple good matches, if not all good matches.
Yeah, so the final players, the first match of the day is going to be Waffster versus Mirrari. And the second semifinal of the day is going to be Calento versus Hotform. So how the day is going to work is we're going to broadcast both the semifinals, then the third place match, and then the final. So 4 matches today. They're all going to be best of 7s. So how it worked was each player, when they submitted their deck list before the tournament, they submitted 1 extra deck list that they would only use if they made it to the semifinals and onward. So it's going to be effectively Conquest, but with 4 decks instead of 3. And of course, for those of you who are just tuning in for the One Nation of Gamers Summer Circuit for the first time, I'll give you a brief introduction of how the tournament works. Basically, we have 16 open tournaments, 8 from NA and 8 from EU. Each of those 16 lead into 4 feature tournaments. And from the 4 feature tournaments, we have the winner of each of those goes to the grand finals at PAX. Throughout the entire thing, we're giving out GEICO points as well. So if you place highly or win in one of the open tournaments or in one of the feature tournaments, you win GEICO points. And at the end of the season, the people that go to PAX are the 2 players from each region with the highest amount of GEICO points, so 4 players total, and the 4 winners of the feature tournament. We're giving away $60,000 worth of prizes, or worth of prize money, over the course of the summer. And also, we're giving away World Championship points. So this is the premier open circuit for the summer. So you can head over to geico.onog.gg to get more information about that. As soon as you get to that page, right in the front, also there's a big TSM PC giveaway. So you can enter in that as well. And of course, get a quote from GEICO. So lots of fun stuff ahead of us. This is only the feature tournament number 1, so we have 3 more to go after this, but I'm excited to see the conclusion of today. So the first matchup is going to be Waffster versus Mirrari. Now, Dog, Mirrari had some struggles yesterday with his Mage deck, but he managed to make it through. He's added on Hunter to his lineup as his 4th deck. Do you think that's going to improve his performance a little bit?
I think Hunter is a very, very solid pick right now. It's good against Waffster's lineup. Beats Rogue usually. Kind of loses to Warrior, but the rest should be fine. The issue is going to be with his Mage deck. Like we saw last time we casted that it struggled like kind of heavily. He barely squeaked out a win last time, so we'll see how well it performs this time.
Yeah, Waffster, on the other hand, has added Rogue, so he's opted not to put Hunter in his lineup at all. He said in one of the producers had a chance to talk with him and asked him a couple questions. He said he hates playing face decks, which is funny because he's playing aggro Paladin.
Yeah.
So it was pretty funny to watch that deck yesterday, because there was one game where he used double Blessing of Might on an abusive sergeant on turn 2 and ended up swinging in for 16 damage total and had his opponent at 6 health on turn 3. So it was a pretty fun series of games yesterday, so I'm sure that they're going to be fun today. I'm trying to remember what the other decks were for Waffster. I believe most players brought Malygos Warlock.
I think it was Malygos Warlock as well.
And
Patron Warrior.
Patron Warrior, yeah.
Oh, no, he brought Control, didn't he? I think Waffster was the one who brought Control. I'm like, yeah, he did.
I see so many Warriors, and 90% of them are Patron. The one guy that brings Control Warrior, it's
going against the fray.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, the winner of this match, of course, will move on to face the winner of Hotform versus Calento in the finals. Waffster placed first place in his group on Friday, and Mirrari placed second place in his group yesterday. So Waffster's actually coming into this with a really good record, not only in matches, but in games. I think he's only lost 3 games total. So over 2 best of 5s, he 3-1'd and he 3-2'd, which is pretty good. Whereas Mirrari, he came in both the matches that he won, he 3-2'd, and in the one that he lost lost in pretty rough fashion to Hotform after a really grueling match. So they're coming in with fresh minds. They're coming in with a fresh deck as well on top of that. So I'm sure both players are going to be feeling good coming into this match.
Yeah, I mean, everyone in this tournament right now has placed for the money, so everyone's probably kind of content, but I'm sure people want to qualify for packs and try to show their stuff there.
Yeah. Qualify for packs.
Or, you know,
yeah. Yeah, well, no. Like, I know what you mean, but it kind of, for a second, I was like, oh, they get packs?
Yeah, no. It's exclamation point packs.
Yeah. Spam it. No, it's, yeah, the grand finals takes place at PAX in Seattle, and each player that made it to the final of the feature tournament today is guaranteed $750. So how the prize breakdown works is third and fourth place gets $750 plus 10 GEICO points. Second place gets $1,500 plus 16 GEICO points. And the winner gets $3,000. And they qualify for packs. So they don't need GEICO points. They're already at packs. they have no use for GEICO points anymore, so no GEICO points for them. But the packs qualification, I believe the prize pool for the grand final, so the actual tournament at packs, is $25,000.
Yeah, it's a lot of money. It's a good amount.
Yeah,
definitely want to be in for that tournament.
Yeah, so it's enough to make it a major, which I think it has to be 20,000.
Yeah, and tons of world championship points, which is pretty important with BlizzCon coming up.
Over 200, I believe, is for the final. So it's going to be like 100 just for the winner, which right now the leader has 170, and Phone Tap, who just won a major, the ESL Legendary Series 9 Finals, he didn't have any points, and he won a major, and he's in fourth now.
Oh my goodness!
Just from one tournament.
Yeah.
So it's pretty crazy. The tough part is it's a pretty grueling road. You have to win multiple tournaments. You have to play lots and lots of games, and like they have to. If someone from the Open made it, they would have to win an Open bracket, so win 8 best-of-5s in a row. Then they would have to come and win a feature tournament, which is another like 8 best-of-5s, or you have to win a bunch, and then you have to actually win the event at PAX. So we are jumping into the game. First match is going to be Warlock versus Warlock.
Yeah. Looks like it's Malylock against Zoo.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, like... Well, see, Mirrari has Mal'Ganis and Void Caller, but I think that Waffster's Owl is gonna like come in and do a decent amount of work. And Waffster has one of the most important cards in the matchup, which is Hellfire.
Also, Shadowflame.
Yeah, Shadowflame. Like you want sweepers because you only run like 2 in the Malylock deck, so it's like pretty important that you get them, especially against Zoo, someone who floods the board constantly.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I really like Hellfire here. Just clear what you can. You have bigger threats, so you're going to be pushing out more later. Just try to deal with what you can when you can.
Yeah, the thing here is Mirrari is pretty much going to guarantee Mal'Ganis coming out from this
I think Waffster, yeah, Waffster, he's going to silence Dark Bomb Coil, I think. Ooh, or just go with the Belcher. Okay. This is fine as well. Next turn, he can always silence it and coil it.
Yeah.
Something like that. Even silence Shadowflame next turn. Pretty solid. So we'll see what happens. The thing is, okay, you know, Mirari's not going to play the Void Terror on it. I think that's a little too risky.
Yeah. Gang Boss seems better. Because if you're using the Void Terror would only be a 6/4, which is like a Volcanic Drake, and you wouldn't even guarantee that Mal'Ganis would come out. It'd be 50-50 whether or not the Gang Boss would come out. So I don't mind tapping here, but I also kind of like Owl Coil. Maybe you can draw into your own in-game boss. Definitely Owl though. This Owl is like one of the most important cards also, just because like imagine a Mal'Ganis coming out of that instead of him owling. That's so much value. So it's good. Especially the Gang Boss being bumped up to a 4/6.
I know, yeah.
Because you have to. It's just super annoying, and I found this is something I found out yesterday. I don't play Paladin very often. I only have like 100 rank 1s with Paladin. If Mal'Ganis is on the board and they have like Imp Gang Boss, Flame Imp, if you equality, the Imp Gang Boss and the Flame Imp are still at 3 health.
3, yeah.
Yeah.
That's something not very intuitive like at all.
Yeah. So like I wasn't even thinking. I just equality Consecrate and I was like, why is there stuff left on the board? But it's because of Mal'Ganis.
Yeah.
So the Mal'Ganis doesn't die. It still keeps the buff until after it dies, and I don't know. It's weird.
It is kind of weird. I wonder why he didn't just go for the clear here with the like Dark Bomb, Abusive, Shadow Flame, but I guess this works as well. He can just Shadow Flame something later.
Yeah.
Not too big of a deal. Thing is, he's taking a little bit of damage because I think Mirrari might use PO into Void Terror, but he also might just go for the boom.
Going for boom and then trading in seems okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like he's just going to go for the boom. And that's fine. Boombots are like OP enough to where they can handle on their own, even if this does get BGH, which we can see from Waffster's hand. No BGH.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
He has no way to deal with it.
No, he does not. I think you have to tap.
And I think he's dead.
Dead, yeah, I think he's dead.
Wow.
You can Implosion for 4. You can 4-Plosion it and then Dark Bomb it. Actually, kind of like that play. I like the 4-Plosion play more, or like, you know, hoping for it, just because, like, you know there's going to be burst in the hand. Also, even if you hit for like 2 and you Dark Bomb it, next turn you can heal bot Shadow Flame. So I really like this from Waffster. Oh, and he hits it. That's so sick. Holy crap. This is why Waffster's a good player. He sees like that he needs to do these things. I practice with him a decent amount, so.
Yeah, that's...
It's a play not a lot of people would make. I'm impressed. I'm good.
And he's rewarded.
For sure. Forehead. Forehead 4-Plosion. Oh, man. Still, in the favor of Mirrari this game. He just has so much burst in hand. He's cleaning up all this stuff. On the bright side, Waffster does have like a Shadow Flame in hands. Wow, he's being aggressive.
Yeah, well, he realizes if he has a minion stick on the board, he has 9 damage worth of burst from his hand, so...
Yeah. What do you do if you're Waffster? Do you just heal bot right now and just try to like clear as much as you can? You're pretty much guaranteed not to kill the whatever comes out of the egg.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
I don't even think you could Shadow Flame in that situation, so try and clear it up with everything else, like Abusive Sergeant.
Looks like he's gonna go for the clear. Alright, and then he's gonna like Dark Bomb, I guess. Wow, rip his ones. Yeah, and he can Dark Bomb and clear. You could even tap, because the most damage he can get from hand is like usually 9 with a Doom card PO, unless you know he gets lucky with an Abusive or something.
Yeah.
So, ooh man, that BGH pickup is sick also. All right, so 4-Plosion.
All right, 4 and 4.
Yeah, jeez.
It throws at the boards here just as a 4/4.
Exactly, yeah, that's good. And tap blast, just because.
Yeah, just because. Do things.
Exactly. So yeah, Healbot into Belcher is probably your best play here. You can go with Bane, but it's just so risky, and that's the thing. Like that's why I don't really like Bane that much in decks like this, because it was in his hand the entire time, and he's had a lot of opportunities to use it. It's just never like that great of a card, it seems like, but it's still like, you know, good. Oh, Mal'Ganis is coming out. Let's see here.
It's not quite enough damage.
Not quite, but it still clears his board.
Yeah.
The thing is, Waffster's BGH is going to do so much work here.
Yeah, but the thing, a lot of times when you play Mal'Ganis, if it's out of a Void Caller, it can get dealt with instantly, like if they have BGH. At least this time, he actually got value out of it.
Yeah, he got a ton of value.
It helped him clear the board. It helped him get through the Belcher a lot easier, so...
Ooh, that's a pretty good pickup as well. So I guess you use that. This isn't game, is it? It might be game.
He'll have 4 damage on board, plus 9 in his hand. Yeah, that's game.
Yeah. Jeez. So close, so back and forth. You can just see how, like, the slower mid-range Zoo can... like, just put constant pressure on the Malylock. Mirrari played it pretty well by not overextending too much into, like, Hellfire, into the Shadow Flame, and just keeping all his threats, so...
Yeah.
Props to him.
Does a bit of quick math, realizes that he does, in fact, have the lethal, and he's going to take game number 1, and a little bit of a change of pace from yesterday, where we saw a lot of long games from Mirrari, but that Zoo deck, of course, is usually going to have the quicker games.
Yeah. Zoo.
Just Zoo things. Yeah. We've actually seen more Malygos Warlocks than Zoo over the course of the last like couple months. It feels like the Malygos Warlock just has more consistent matchups.
Yeah, I think a lot of people like the Malygos Warlock just because like what's popular right now. Handlock was popular, but Malygos kind of just shooed it out. Patron Warrior is pretty popular. Malygos pretty good against that. It's just good against a lot of the decks that are popular. It's not necessarily better than Handlock. It's just better in the meta.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we'll see what Waffster picks right now and what Mirrari goes with. If Waffster's going to stick with his Malylock or switch into maybe Control Warrior, maybe Rogue, who knows?
It's so crazy in a best of 7 conquest because you pretty much just have to go random. There's no way that you can predict or try and mind game because there's 4 decks.
Yeah, exactly.
Even if you're down 1-0 and your opponent has 3 decks left, there's no way that you can pin them on picking one because even if you put them on having a pattern of how they pick, the pattern's out the window when you introduce a new deck because it could completely change the way that they think about their matchups. So, yeah, he is going to switch it up to the Paladin. And looks maybe deceiving. Looks like a mid-range Paladin.
Wait,
don't let it fool you.
Okay. Mirrari brought Hunter? Is this the deck he brought new this time? Okay.
Yeah, this is the deck that he added. Yeah. Okay. There's the Divine Favor.
Mirrari actually has one of the most important cards in his hand right now, which is Explosive Trap. And Freezing. Like, both of those are actually pretty good. You know, normally you don't want to draw your traps, but, like, in this instance, I would say that this is very, very good, like, to have those traps, especially when you get to go first. So.
And also, when you're a hunter, you can empty your hand a lot easier, so Divine Favor becomes effectively useless.
Exactly.
So you're both sort of just top decking for cards, and I'm not really sure who has the overall card quality or race advantage, but I guess it'd be Mirrari.
I think Waffster might be a little bit ahead. Well, no, his hand's pretty bad. I don't know. The Hunter's Mark's never going to see value. The Glaive Zook is actually pretty good, and the Explosive Trap's pretty decent as well. Makes it dude. I like this.
Protects the Knife Juggler. He knows that either way, whatever he plays is going to trade into Abusive Sergeant, so.
Yeah, not a very good start from Waffster. He needs like a muster for battle, something like that. Oh my god, yeah, that card just gives you such an advantage over Hunter. Even if they unleash it, you still have the 1/4 weapon, and most of their stuff has 1 HP.
Yeah.
So you can leverage a bit of health if you would like. So, ooh, Creeper's a good draw.
So this seems to be hybrid. Judging by the Explosive Trap, the High Main, but also Abusive Sergeant.
Ooh, that's a good draw. I think you just play the Argus right now.
Just slam in face.
Yeah, I like that. Blessing of Kings is a little bit too weak to like a Hunter's Mark and Owl, whereas Argus like doesn't really get punished by much. Yeah.
Explosive might punish it slightly.
I wonder if he's going to trade in. I think he should just go face, but he might be scared of like a Houndmaster. Yeah, you can't really fault him for trading in. Yeah, I like this. Also trading in one of the 1/1s just to play around Juggler Unleash. And there's the Owl. Okay. All right. So who would you want to be in this position? Probably the Hunter, right? I don't know. That Explosive Trap's going to get a lot of value.
Well, Mario has health advantage, but
he doesn't have any burn in hand. That's the thing.
Yeah.
It's like pretty difficult to say.
And one thing is, this turn is not going to be as strong. Well, he thinks it's not going to be as strong, so feels like he's going to be able to pop down Savannah Highmane next turn. And Savannah Highmane looks like it's going to be able to swing in, because
yeah,
actually
it might. I mean, like Waffster's already pretty low, but I really like that he's like buffing up one of his taunts, using Blessing of Might. Attacking in this turn is actually really important, because if he sat, he would have gotten like if he sat and just Blessing of Kings, he would have gotten Hunter's Marked.
Oh, now he's going to have to use a silence.
Exactly. He can't even play Highmane this turn. Ooh, Unleash. That's pretty good. I think you just... Do you Unleash? I guess not.
I think he needs to weave in hero power as much as possible and use Unleash for like a finisher.
I wouldn't have even minded an attack there, honestly.
So this one feels like it's actually going to be pretty close.
Yeah, it definitely does.
Because this Unleash is actually going to do work. If he can draw into burst, it's actually over next game or next turn. He's got 7 damage on board with True Silver in hand, so he needs to clear here, or clear something here.
I'm sure he will. He's not just going to slam Hyman. I can't imagine that being the play. Yeah, just Animal Companion, see what you get. Leok's pretty good. It's actually not too bad. You just clear off the Knife Juggler and go face with the rest. Oh, wow, he's actually just clearing the entire board. Interesting. I guess Mirrari knows what's in his deck, so he knows how much burst he has. Jeez. Do you slam face if you're Waffster here and hope he doesn't have a taunt?
Yeah.
I think that's right.
You could
even muster first.
Muster and then yeah, it's over.
I like that.
Yeah, it's pretty unlikely that he would have a Houndmaster at this stage because it feels like he would have an opportunity to use it earlier.
Yeah, I would still have liked to see Waffster use the muster there, but that's okay. It's not too big of a deal.
We'd be playing around Unleash, second Unleash, because second
That's
Unleash
true.
with Leok on the board would actually do what?
A lot of work.
8
yeah.
damage. We just hear powers up. And unless he draws into Houndmaster or Animal Companion and gets Misha.
Or Belcher. I'm not sure if he runs Belcher. Kill command. Okay. Yeah, that's Waffster taking game 2
Yeah.
with aggro Paladin.
Yeah. Aggro Paladin versus Hybrid.
Oh my god, he
Hunter.
runs Ooze. That's so nasty to bring.
Yeah, and that's with drawing Divine Favor, which are pretty dead draws in that matchup. So, pretty well played by Waffster, and he's gonna tie it up 1-1. Both players looking like trying to get their fast decks out of the way early.
Yeah. Huh. So that Hunter deck ran Freezing and Explosive.
High mains.
Yeah.
And yeah, we didn't really see any other mid-range elements. We didn't see Houndmaster. We didn't see Paladin Shredder.
Good. But yeah, we have. Let's see. I wonder what Waffster's going to go with next. It's probably either going to be. I would pick Control Warrior probably. I think Control Warrior is pretty solid against all of Mirrari's lineup, especially against his Mage. You could probably just like fatigue him out, not really do much. If you guys were here yesterday, you saw Mirrari's Mage, which is like Echo Giants, and he struggled with it quite a bit. So I'm sure he's like looking for a win with it, maybe early, but he also might wait for the end and just try to give it as many chances as he possibly can.
I think he's going to wait till the end and try to give it as many chances as possible.
Okay.
All right, well, it looks like it's going to be Hunter versus the Malylock. So we've seen both these decks so far.
Yeah. What do you think who's favored? I would say that Malylock is a little bit favored, but not by very much. It's a very, very close matchup. Ultimately, just depends on if the Malylock can like hide behind an Argus and get the Argus freezing trapped. If the implosions can proc freezing traps, stuff like that. It mostly comes down to the traps and how they're managed. High main on 6 also helps. Stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. So he does curve out pretty nicely early on, but there's a lot of ways for Malylocks to stall damage early. And I don't know if Waffster has. He put an ooze in his Paladin, but I'm not sure if he had an ooze in his Warlock.
I'm not sure if he did either, but Coin Implosion is probably the play here. I guess I feel like there's too much damage on board to where you have to Coin Implosion. Like, you could go with the Drake, but yeah, I really just like removing some of the damage on the board. Otherwise, you're just going to get bursted down. And we see that Mirrari did have the Belchers, so he had probably like a few outs.
Ooh.
Oh, the 2-plosion. So sad.
Well, he's averaged 3 so far.
It's true.
So you can't be too upset about that with a 4-plosion that actually saved him the game earlier in the day. And he does curve out pretty well. He's got Twilight Drake and then into Belcher. and anti-Killbot, so he's got the hand to be able to deal with this. But is he thinking about like double coiling to remove the 4 damage from the board? How scared is he of this?
I'm not sure. I think you just have to Drake.
Yeah.
There's no way you win this if you just like double coil.
Yeah.
The thing is, even if Mirrari does try to set up like a freezing trap, okay, that draw was really important. I was gonna say, even if he does try to set up a freezing trap, he has to waste the 4 damage from the Misha, but since he drew the bow, he can actually just use the bow, the Glazuka charge, and still get the 4, well now 6 damage from it. So that is very, very good from Mirrari. That draw was super important.
And he's already got him at 12.
Oh man, what do you do if you're Waffster here? Do you just play the Belcher and pray?
Belcher and pray for no owl. That feels like all you can really do in this situation.
Yeah. Jeez.
He's actually gonna... Ooh. He's thinking about hellfiring. But that is...
It's a little ballsy.
Yeah. He knows that there is both traps because he saw freezing and explosive.
Healbot. Okay, I kind of can understand Healbot. It forces Mirrari to kill the 3/3 just because he doesn't want it frozen, right?
Yeah.
But, I mean, Mirrari's still pushing 6 damage and getting a high main on board, so...
Yep. Now he's basically in the exact same position he was last turn.
Except there's a high main on board.
Yeah. A high main instead of an abusive sergeant. And he's at 2 more health.
Yeah. I don't know. I think Belcher was a little better there, but I can understand his reasoning.
Yeah. If Mirrari had like drawn dead and didn't really draw anything to place on the board, he would have killed the anti-kill by you.
I guess you coil. It makes sense. It still puts the same amount of damage on board. It just cycles a card because your cards are kind of garbage right now. Alex, ooh, he runs Alex. Yeah, that's true.
If he gets to that point,
yeah, I don't
it'll
know
be
that
great.
He's actually gonna get there.
But an owl off the top is death.
Almost certain death. Yeah, I guess it's fine. He was like hoping it was freezing trap at that point.
Yeah.
Because like sometimes you do have to take that risk, right? Like maybe there's a, oh wow, that's a kill command. Maybe there's like a 5% chance that it's an explosive he was bluffing or something. Still, you have to take that chance. I don't know. It's not even that bad to attack. It's only bad if you draw your Argus, but drawing your Argus is like what, 10%, and you're probably just gonna lose anyways.
Yeah.
Probably something like that. So I guess you kill command that. You run in the 1/1s.
I think he's... Yeah.
I think you have to.
He was trying to see if there was any way that he could lethal him, because he's 2 damage off, so he's trying to think of if there was any cheeky plays he could make with Knife Juggler.
Yeah. I like sacrificing the 1/1s, playing the Juggler, shoot. Put him at 2. There's absolutely no way that Waffster can clear. Damn. The power of Hunter.
Yep. And he's got no way to heal, so that's just it.
He could Bane of Doom into Mal'Ganis.
Yeah,
that actually saves him.
Actually, no, it doesn't save him. You can just kill Mal'Ganis and then
you're right.
power.
Yeah, you're right.
So, yep.
Yeah.
Alrighty, well, Mirrari goes up 2-1, finds a win with the Hunter. So, like we said, gets the fast decks out of the way. Has his Zulok and his Hunter down, which means he has Patron Warrior and his Giant's Mage left to still find wins with in order to move on to the finals. And judging by how it's been going so far, I can imagine that Mirrari's going to throw out the Patron Warrior next.
Yeah, I would say so. I think he just wants to give that Mage deck as many chances as it can get.
Yeah. He like handicapped himself. You know those weights that you like put on your ankles when you run, and then you take them off and you feel like you could just sprint for days.
That's what Mirrari has right now.
Yeah, this Mage deck are the ankle weights that he's been running with. So now he's like, okay, final day, I'm gonna throw Hunter into my lineup. So I'm just gonna take free wins.
It's true. It was a pretty free win, although he did lose to the Paladin. But
yeah,
Waffster, it always feels so bad to be behind in a series because, like, especially as it's coming to a close, like. Mirrari only needs 2 wins. Waffster needs 3. That's so much more. It is. Whenever you're playing in tournaments, like it feels like you're just behind, and you really need to like I don't know. Get your head in the game, focus, see what you need to pick. You know that Mirrari has that Mage deck, so hopefully you practiced against it the other night. But yeah, I think that Waffster's decks are pretty good against Patron, anyways.
Yeah. The only player who seemed to play against the Mirrari's Giants deck really well was Hotform.
Yeah, Hotform like definitely knew what was going on for sure.
And if you know how to play against it, it feels like you can't win.
Exactly.
Like if you in the games with Hotform, it's so like, oh yeah, Mirrari looks like he's in a good spot, but then it would just end.
I think that's why Waffster got the win so early with the Paladin, because he just wanted like, you know, the Paladin deck probably can't do that against the Mage deck.
Mm-hmm.
So he probably just wanted the win really quickly. That way, the Mage deck wouldn't do much.
Yeah. Well,
oh, man, that hands for Mirrari. That's a lot of early drops and Thorisman.
I can't even see. Well, I know that's Acolyte of Pain. That's
he has 2 acolytes. He has 2 acolytes, an Armorsmith, Emperor, and I think a Slam. I'm not sure. Yeah, Slam. Okay.
Dark Bomb Coil the Armorsmith.
That's fine, I guess. I don't know.
It's a super annoying. Like that card is.
Yeah, but you don't really need to be like bursting down the warrior. I don't think.
Yeah, that's true.
But it's still, I mean, if you don't need to be bursting him down, what do you need the Dark Bomb for? So might as well like just clear the board.
Mm.
Yeah, I actually kind of like Owl here. I like Owl tap. I really don't like letting Acolytes draw. That's how you lose this matchup, just giving him a ton of draws. So Owl is like really, really good. Despite your ability to get up a Drake this turn, I think Owl is just better.
Mm-hmm. But he has...
It's interesting he's trying to develop so much armor like this.
His battle rages aren't going to be that effective.
Exactly. Waffster can actually just play the Drake and Coil.
There are instances where the Malygos Warlock can like run out of threats.
Yeah, that's definitely true.
Making that your game plan is not the right way to go about it.
The thing is, the Patron Warrior doesn't have that much mass removal unless they get like really good combos off, so you can usually just slowly build up a board and then overpower him from there.
Yeah.
I like this, drawing a card. You have to cycle as much as you can. It's kind of unfortunate his first one got silenced, but it's fine. I think you, what do? You just slam an Emperor. It's turn 6. It's time.
Yeah, there's no real combos. He doesn't really have any of the combo pieces in his hand. Like no Dark Bomb. I think Waffster only runs 1 Soulfire. Since he runs Alexstrasza.
Oh, Bane. Okay, I can understand this play also, just because he doesn't want like a Battle Rage to go off. So hopefully he gets a good unit from this. And oh my goodness, a Doomguard. That's a good unit.
My thanks.
Alright. So is that Slam into Deathbite or Borax? This will be interesting. Borax.
He's trying to get a better hand before he plays the Emperor. He's also trying to control the state of the board a little bit better before he plays Emperor to maybe make it stick for more than a turn. But at this stage, once Malygos Warlock has the initiative, they're pretty much always going to play something. They have a lot of just like creatures, like mid-rangey creatures, like Imp Gang Boss, Azure Drake. They're always going to be playing something if they have the initiative.
Yeah. Waffster seems a little bit scared because he doesn't have any like AoE clear. But I'm sure he'll draw into some eventually.
Mm-hmm.
So Mirrari's probably just going to be cycling the entire time, trying to get into his good pieces. Like double frothing is usually how you win this game. A couple whirlwind effects, things like that with Emperor. Ooh, execute. Yeah, I think you just have to kill the Emperor here with an execute. It's so bad, but I don't really see anything else you can actually do. Leave it up. No, he's not leaving it up. Okay.
You're more scared of what that Emperor can do than
exactly
Twilight Drake can do.
You don't want to see like a 6-mana Malygos. And,
yeah.
Interesting. He's running double Belcher in this deck.
Yeah.
Kind of like that.
He actually might not be running any Soulfires.
That's true. I don't know if we've seen one.
No, we've seen. He also runs Bane of Doom, so we've seen Alex Straza, Bane of Doom, double Belcher, Earthring Farseer, double Imp Gang Boss.
Is he running owls? Oh, we saw
Yeah.
one.
Saw at least one. He has a Boost Sergeant as well. I don't think he runs double BGH. I think he runs the Earthring
That's
Farseer.
probably he doesn't run. Yeah, double BGH. Okay.
I believe he runs one Hellfire, one Shadowflame.
Yeah. So he cut a BGH for a Belcher and a Soulfire for an Alex.
Mm-hmm.
From the standard list. So I think you just try to start applying pressure as best you can. You're pretty scared because you don't want to die to like double frothing shenanigans, but he hasn't played Emperor yet, so you're not terrified because he can only do so much. So I would say either Corruptor into Belcher is good, or you've seen it execute so you could slam Malygos, but I would like to see Belcher here. I think it's just better. He's like trying to count up how much damage Mirrari will do. You can see he's just like...
Yeah, Belcher sort of makes you a little bit nervous because the slime that comes out can
enhance the patrons. But you're not too scared of patrons. You're more scared of frothings because the patrons, like, they can only do so much damage. They can only do like what's on board. So that's 3 times 7, which is like a lot. But you know you have to attack into the slime, into like other things. So yeah, he's just gonna go with the double Belcher. Pretty good. A little scared, but still good.
Yeah, Blackman Corruptor can be used to pick things off later on as well.
Yeah,
as spot removal for something that survives.
Is this lethal? This isn't lethal, is it? That's 3 plus 3 plus 2. 8 plus 8 plus 9 is 17. 17 plus 4.
I think that's
exactly lethal, right?
Well, it looks like it. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then with the Hellfire. Yep.
Nice. Yeah, silencing the Acolyte early, I think, probably won Waffster that game. If Mirrari drew like 1 or 2 more cards, he could have gotten combo pieces, he could have gotten his frothing, he could have just like started beating the crap out of Waffster, maybe setting up for something. So,
well, you looked at his hand. He had Whirlwind, Cruel Taskmaster, Warsong Commander, all reduced. Plus, he had a Deathbite to charge on. So if he drew into like Grim Patron or Grim Patron. He would have been able to clear the board, but a lot of your wins as Malygos Warlock come like that, where you don't even need the Malygos. Like the Malygos is just sort of can sometimes be a secondary win condition. Sometimes you have so much like spot removal and value cards with Imp Gang Boss and Blackman Corruptor that you build up a board that your opponent can't deal with, and then you have enough spells that you use as burn to be able to push through and just win. So like a 22 damage turn is not something that Malygos Warlock players are strangers to.
Yeah, that's definitely true. That's why the deck is so strong. Also, it has multiple win conditions through board and just through like Malygos.
Yeah. So. All right, Patron Warrior versus Rogue from Waffster.
I think that Rogue is favored. It just depends though. Like if the Rogue is running double Shredder, it's definitely favored. But if it's not, it's kind of difficult. Double Shredder is just so good against Warrior.
Or it might be Malygos Rogue.
It's true.
Might have been watching you stream Malygos Rogue last night and said, I want to play that in a tournament. No, they had to submit their deck list. Even their 4th deck list for the best of 7 stage, if we made it to the finals, they submitted that before the tournament began. So they had to submit 4 deck lists, and they had to designate one as their, if I make it to the semifinals, this is going to be my 4th deck.
So Waffster's like kind of contemplating making a big Van Cleef right now, and I wouldn't fault him for doing it. I actually think just like prep Eviscerate, making it like as big as you can, pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Just go all in.
Yeah, I like it. It's not even like all in because you have like a Drake to follow it up with, a Lotheb to follow it up with.
Yeah.
So it's interesting he goes for the Deadly over the Eviscerate, but I think it's fine. Yeah. Hopefully he attacked in with the Pirate there. Yeah, he did. He's like praying that
No
This is not
execute, no
removable.
BGH.
Wow.
He
And
said my thanks.
he could even follow it up with a Lotheb. Like, that's so good.
And then he won't even have enough mana to
Execute it.
Yeah, he's hoping that he draws into execute with this whirlwind, but he doesn't. Wow. That's
I like
huge.
Lotheb. Yeah.
So he's gonna take. He won't have
also-
enough mana to execute it, even if he draws into it next turn, because he can't coin and execute it costs 6. So he's gonna take at least 16 from this Van Cleef.
Yeah, that was like really good from Waffster, and he even kills off the Acolyte. That way, you know, Mirrari can't just like Death Bite down his. Oh, there's the execute. So troll.
Wow.
That way, Mirrari can't just kill off the Lotheb with Acolyte this turn.
That's 13,
Um,
16, 20. He's got 20 damage with sap.
do you just sap it? I think so. I think you just go for it.
Yeah, you have both saps.
Go for it.
Wow.
Rogue doing rogue things. I think you would attack in here.
Attack in, and then
You get an extra point of damage if you attack in and dagger.
yeah, because then next
next
turn you
turn.
can Azure Drake and Eviscerate, so that's 5 damage plus you'd have 6. So if he doesn't armor up, then you'd have lethal even if none of your board survived. So this has been pretty. The all-in Van Cleef and the execute teasing Mirrari coming one turn too late. That's just really rough. He's just gonna hope that there's no direct damage, but there is.
Yeah. Yeah. And that was the best play he could have made, right?
Yeah. He's got to try and race him before he draws into direct damage, if that's the plan. But we see the Eviscerate and a quick 5th match, and Waffster's going to take a 3-2 lead. And really well spotted to go for that all-in Van Cleef early on, and he's not punished for it, so he's rewarded with a very fast victory.
Yeah. So Waffster's actually up 3-2. He was down 1-2, and he won 2 in a row, so it's got to feel pretty good for Waffster. Yeah, that rogue game went really well for him. Ended really, really early. Guy just didn't have an execute. Kind of unfortunate for the Patron Warrior that it ended for him like that, but still, well played by Waffster for sure.
Yeah. So, Waffster has, we think we determined that it's Control Warrior, that he was the one player bringing Control Warrior. And it is. Okay, so Control Warrior versus Patron Warrior. And Mirrari now has to win 2 games in a row, one with his Patron Warrior and then with his Giants Mage. And Giants Mage against Control Warrior, I'm not sure how that would go.
Yeah, I think the Control Warrior can wait it out like what happened last time, especially if they're running Brawl or something like that. So, ooh, he has a Magni.
Yeah.
The issue here is Waffster doesn't really have a weapon to deal with the Acolytes. Oh man, so sweet, right?
So great.
Ah, so good.
Yeah, he doesn't have a way to deal with this at all. He can shield. Oh, there we go.
Oh, there we
Okay.
go.
Woo.
Perfect. Wow. So clutch.
And he kept Harrison in his opening hand because
Yeah,
he knows
I
how
would
important
for
of a
sure.
card that is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you Harrison like their Death Bite or something, they just lose so much. So much advantage.
Well, Mirrari does draw into the Emperor Thor's hand, so that's a crucial piece of what you need to win this matchup if you're the Patron Warrior player.
I do like just the armoring up. You need more value from, excuse me, the Acolyte.
Yeah. Just gonna plop down the Armorsmith here.
Ah, yes. So much threat on the board.
Yeah. Basically just trying to reduce as many draws as possible from your opponent early on until you can draw into those mid-game minions.
Yeah. So slam on his or on his Armorsmith. That's pretty good. And then just play your own. Okay. I was gonna say he could slam his own Acolyte, but that's like not even drawing him that many cards, so it's not really worth it. Mirrari is probably looking for some weapons right now.
Yeah.
Something to start clearing the board.
Or for more combo pieces. So
Yeah.
he gets a valuable Emperor. A more valuable
Exactly.
Emperor, like a Warsong Commander.
Weapons usually help you stall like a
Yeah.
lot, so
Yeah.
you can start clearing the board, stuff like
Yeah.
that. There's one.
Needs a Death Bite is a big thing. He does have Grim Patron, so if he draws into like a Warsong Commander, it'll make his Emperor so great. And then all he needs is a Death Bite, and he's got what he needs. But this matchup is just super hard because you have, even though you have big combos, it still feels like you have a finite amount of damage when you're playing Patron Warrior, unless you can make really big combos. And so sometimes Warrior player, the Control Warrior player, can just armor up and just consistently be out of range of everything.
Yeah.
And then if they just draw into Brawl for your first push, and then have spot removal for like a second push with Shield Slams and Executes, then it can feel really hard to win in that situation.
Yeah, I don't know, I really like that he's not using Harrison. It's just like, you have to use it on Deathbite.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, why isn't he using Harrison here? It's because Deathbite's just so important to get rid of. It'll be interesting to see if he uses Cruel Taskmaster BGH to remove.
I think
it's the only thing, right?
Yeah. If he was paying attention to yesterday, he knows that Mirrari does not run Grom.
Yeah.
He runs like double Unstable Ghoul and like all in on combo pieces and cycle.
Combo.
Yeah. As opposed to using Grom as a finisher or a big body in the late game to get you through. But wasn't the best Emperor for Mirrari. He did reduce for Frothing Berserker, Grim Patron, Battle Rage, and Whirlwind, but no Warsong Commander. So his combos are still not going to come for a bit longer. And this is a tough situation because he doesn't really have a way to clear the board and build up his own with Grim Patrons. So, like, if he goes all in with Grim Patrons here, he's going to leave creatures on the board.
I think you just Acolyte and Cruel Taskmaster Acolyte to cycle, and then maybe kill off his Armor Smith. I don't think you care too much.
The Grim Patron.
Oh, okay. Grim Patron, Inner Rage.
He can Whirlwind and then clear one thing with the Cruel Taskmaster.
I actually like this a lot. Okay.
Oh, then he can Battle Rage.
Yeah,
so,
you need to Battle Rage whenever you do this because it's an all-in play. So, it's not all-in, but if you don't, it's an all-in play. I would like to see him attack with the weapon first, though. That way he draws an extra card. But yeah, see, he realizes he's like, oh snap! I didn't attack in with the weapon. I missed a card. Waffster's like in a kind of bad position just because he doesn't actually have a way to deal with this board. Mirrari realizing his mistake, but that's okay.
Yeah,
happens, you know.
Is it okay?
Everyone's human. I wonder if he's just going to go for the Sylvanas here. I kind of like it. The shield block into Brawl is just so risky. Like, you have like a 1 in 19, whereas with Sylvanas there's still a chance you win the game. So
you just have 22 armor to work with, so
that is very true.
Oh, and a Battle Rage. That's big for Mirrari. He's gonna be able to refill his hand. He draws into his both of his Warsong Commanders and a Whirlwind.
Oh, Whirlwind's pretty huge. Is that lethal? Oh.
I don't think so. He's got.
Oh no, he can't play. He can't play both Frothings.
Yeah.
Right. Is that lethal? The other warriors at
52 health.
Yeah.
Just Grim Patron things.
Exactly. Jeez. It's interesting you didn't play a war song there. Because he's not doing any damage this turn because of it. It looks like he doesn't want to commit to the board.
Yeah.
Because he's scared of a brawl or something. But the thing is, when you do this, you saw that he didn't have a brawl last turn. When you do this, you allow the I would like to see Alex on his face here. But you allow the other warrior to get more draws and like a higher chance to get his brawl, his revenge, his answers to these when you're not applying pressure.
All right, this might be lethal.
War Song, Frothing. I don't think it is. It might be.
War Song, Frothing is 8 mana. Then he can Unstable Ghoul. Or it might be lethal with just one frothing.
So what you do is you go War Song, Frothing, Frothing, and you run 2 patrons into the Alexstrasza to maximize damage, because each patron represents 4 damage for the Frothings, because there's 2 of them.
I think just one frothing.
Okay.
And then you... I don't know.
I mean, 2 is really all in, but still.
If he's going to use the second frothing, then you did it out of order.
Yeah, exactly. He's not going to do. I've had a turn like this at DreamHack Summer. And I know I messed it up like crazy, but...
It's not lethal, but it's going to be a lot of damage.
It might have been close to lethal. It would have been... The other frothing would have been at 13. Also. So no, it wouldn't have been lethal. It would have been 24.
Yeah.
Minus 13. It would have been at 11. Okay.
But he keeps the combo in his hand.
He actually doesn't even have removal for the frothing. That's crazy. He needs to shield block and do like an execute for that, so he can at least survive like another turn.
If he had traded one patron in, and then played the second unstable ghoul, and then traded both unstable ghouls in, so he got the double the whirlwind effect, no, wouldn't have been. It would have been a lot, but it wouldn't have been enough.
Revenge is good. Let's see if Mirrari's done his homework and can either lethal him this turn or put him below a certain amount. Okay. Like, hopefully Mirrari watched Waffster's VODs and realizes that, hey, I should put him below 12.
Nope.
He looks like he does not care at all.
Well, I mean, he actually just has lethal from hand. So
That's true. That's true.
even if he plays...
Well, he can belch
Sludge
it this
Belcher,
turn, right?
he's still dead, I think.
Is he?
Because he can...
Oh, he can play the ghoul, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
The
is
ghoul wouldn't be
Maiden-
able to get through.
Is Shield Maiden here better? You just Shield Maiden and then armor, or is Belcher better?
I think he's still dead.
Is he?
Because you can play ghoul into it, and then
Yeah,
have
yeah,
he
and then
plays whole hand.
Well, wait, can Belcher survive through it?
No.
No, because
No.
the pan. You're right.
Yeah, because the pain can.
Well, he can. No, he can Harrison here.
Oh yeah.
Harrison,
can.
Harrison, do it. I guess it's unlikely that Mirrari has a second combo.
He'd still
but-
be dead with Harrison.
Would he?
Yeah.
Oh, he
Because
could run the
just
unstable
run the
ghoul
unstable
into it.
ghoul. Yeah, I
And
don't think there was
that's,
any
3,
way.
4. Okay.
So he can play his whole hand, Deathbite into the Sludge Belcher, throw the Unstable Ghoul and the Acolyte of Pain into the Slime, and then attack in with the Froth and Berserker. Okay.
Yeah. So, Mirrari doing a pretty good job with Patron Warrior.
Alright, well, it looks like we're going to go to a Game 7.
Oh man.
Our first match of the day.
Oh, that troll brawl. Oh man.
Ouch. Yeah, and that's
Feels
one of the
bad,
reasons
man.
why a lot of people have been putting in double brawl if they think they're going to be facing a lot of patrons, because it just increases the likelihood that you draw it in the first half of your deck or in the first half of your card. So a casual 8 overkill with the Froth and Berserker, and Mirari's going to tie it up 3-3. And the final matchup is going to be Waffster's Control Warrior versus Mirari's Giant Echo Mage.
It's gonna be a long one.
Oh, jeez.
Grab yourself a drink for this one. I assume so, at least. I think the way to win it the most consistently is probably just sitting around, if you're the warrior, armoring up, and then waiting for fatigue or something, and getting a big board. Because you know that Mirrari actually doesn't run any threats. But this time Mirrari will probably be a little better about it, pinging himself, getting out those moltens as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
All right, here we go. Getting into it. As the day went on yesterday, it just started to get darker and darker in Mirari's room. So by the end of the day, he was like playing his Giant's Echo Mage and with a scowl on his face, looking like an evil villain in his room because it was so dark behind him.
Now it's light.
Now it's light, so it's symbolism here. It means
It's
that
interesting he doesn't want to play.
day.
It's interesting he doesn't want to play the pain here.
Because he doesn't want it to just get fireworks.
I guess he wants more draws from it, but does he really want more draws from it? We saw last time it was like kind of sketchy.
Yeah.
This time though, Mirari's hand is a lot better, just because he has the Alex Strauza for himself. Because last time he didn't, and he just like it was like one of his last cards, so he couldn't do it without fatiguing. But this time he has it, so he's able to play his Moltons earlier if he uses it on himself. So
It's a pretty good start for Waffster. Normally this would be a pretty good start. Is he going to coin out the second Acolyte? Wow. That's bold.
yeah, I don't know. There's not much harm in it. I guess you can get fatigued, but I don't think that Mirrari has enough removal to get fatigued, or for the warrior to get fatigued. Because the warrior has so many threats that Mirrari doesn't really have answers aside from like Doomsayers and things like that. But it looks like he's gonna go for fatiguing the warrior right now.
Yeah. Well, if he could ping this turn, the next turn he could Cone of Cold, and then ping again.
Oh man, Waffster just needs to start dumping his hand. I don't know if he should be attacking though. I think he should probably just be sitting. So he disagrees. No, he's just sitting. Okay.
Attack once.
So board's clear now. He didn't draw too much from the Acolytes, so it's not like too bad. And Emperor should be able to like just destroy Mirrari because he doesn't have an answer to Emperor, does he?
No.
Yeah. Not yet, at least.
No. And also, Waffster's getting quite a bit of armor since this armor smith has survived on the board. It's been eating AoEs as well.
Oh man, this Emperor is so big for Waffster.
He can almost dump his whole hand.
Yeah.
Oh, the Sneed's Old Shredder too. That's my favorite card in the game.
I like Sneeze a lot also.
Yeah. I always just want to see Sneeds.
I want to see what comes out of it. It's like always really exciting.
Mm-hmm.
Can he make him overdraw? I don't think so.
He's got 7 cards. He could only attack into it twice, at most.
I'd like to see a War Axe here, I guess. Oh no, he's playing Sneeds. Okay.
I'd like to see Sneeds.
There you go. All for you.
Okay. So no Doomsayers for Mirrari.
But he does have the Emperor and some good cards.
Mm-hmm.
Probably just going to see like a Flame Strike. As I said though, like Mirrari doesn't have that much removal to where he can actually... That's interesting, he didn't attack there. He doesn't have enough removal to clear all of Waffster's threats, especially with like Sneeds. I'm not sure if Waffster runs Ysera, but I don't think he does. But still, Sneeds is like very difficult for the Mage to remove. I'm not even sure if the Mage runs Polymorph. Oh, there's the Ysera. Like, how's Mirrari going to deal with the Ysera?
It's the same thing we talked about yesterday against the Malygos Warlock. How do you do with Malygos? There's no just direct removal. You have to like freeze it and Doomsayer and have the Doomsayer not be removed. But against Warriors have so many ways to remove a Doomsayer. He's got Owl, he's got Shield Slams.
Yeah, I like playing Harrison here. You just need to dump your hand if you're Waffster. Because you're just drawing so much. Like, next turn you're just going to drop Ysera, and then things are going to go your way.
Mm-hmm.
What I think Mirrari is looking for right now is a duplicate. Because if he can get a duplicate out, then he can like play Emperor, or he could play something else. Ooh, that's pretty good. I like that unit.
Is that Mechator?
Yeah, Mech Engineer or something. Mechan-Twerp.
Mechatorp. We don't even know the name. The goblin that summons inventions as a battle cry. There you go.
I think Waffster just needs like triple Ysera's Awakens.
Yeah.
Clear all those giants off later.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's in all likelihood he might. Like this Ysera is just going to survive quite a while. There's no direct removal here. There's no Doomsayer yet either. So even if he did manage to freeze it and have a Doomsayer stick, this Ysera is just going to be on the board like the whole game. The thing is Waffster going to be able to dump his hand enough?
Yeah, he needs to be playing. He needs to be playing 2 cards each turn.
Yeah,
that's the thing. Because he's getting one from Ysera and one from the draw.
Yeah.
I actually wonder if playing Cold Light Oracle would have been better than Acolyte and Mirari's deck. To try to help fatigue.
Yeah.
Because
You might be thinking about that now.
Yeah, because Acolyte draws you cards and it draws him cards, but your cards are a little more valuable because you have combo pieces. And like, I don't know, the Acolytes, they always just end up sitting in Mirari's hand towards the end of the game.
Yeah. Alright. Like, he can't use his shield slims unless he wants to kill off his own stuff.
I think you just drop the 2 units, the 2 dream cards, and then you just like armor up.
Yeah. So, what's the win condition here if you're Waffster? Do you just wait until you can kill him in 1 turn, or just go for 2 fatigue?
Probably fatigue. Waffster's not even cycling a shield slam right now, so like he kind of knows that he could just sit around and armor up. He's getting twice the value from the hero power each turn that Mirari is as well, because you know armor up is 2, and the ping is only 1. So.
Yeah. Nightmare.
Yeah. I think he's looking for W Sarah Awakens or something. Ooh, there's the duplicate. So now he can actually play Emperor and duplicate. So gimmicky. And that's when you play Leroy and you give him 2 whelps. And you laugh at their face. You play Tinker, what is that card called? The Tinker guy that transforms the unit.
Master Overspark.
I promise you not. Like, okay, I was playing a ladder game. I dropped an Ancient of War, right? Only thing on the board, because I was playing Ramtrude. Drops Tinked Master, I get a 5/5. I'm like, alright, like, I'm good. He plays, what's that card called? That kills a beast.
Hemet Nessingwary.
He played Hemet Nessingwary on turn 9. It was like Tink Master, Hemet Nessingwary. On my Ancient of War.
A god among men.
I kid you not, that was like the craziest thing I've ever seen. I wasn't even mad. Like, I was kind of mad, but I wasn't even mad.
I respect that guy wholeheartedly. I want to go to wherever he is right now, playing ladder, and shake his hand.
Oh man,
I have Tink Master Overspark in my Paladin deck. Imagine this scenario.
It's fun, man.
Turn 2 hero power. Turn 3 Tink Master Overspark. Either get a 1/1, which you already had 1/1, or you get a 5/5 and you win the game.
Exactly.
Those are the 2 scenarios.
That was a dream back in the day.
Yeah. Well, the dream back in the day was just to turn Rag into anything other than Rag.
I remember when it was a point and click. That was ridiculous. Yeah. Ooh, silencing that. I actually really like that from Waffster. But, like, I don't know. He could just, like, not play anything, right? Yeah. He can just leave it there. But Mirari has to start, like, using his spells, clearing his board, things like that.
He can just chip off 5 armor a turn. There's no reason for him to attack into anything.
Well, actually, Mirari can probably just echo if he wants. Which isn't that bad considering the value that his other echoes have gotten in the previous games. Because if you Frostbolt Echo, you could play the second Emperor, and then you're guaranteed some more Emperors, right?
Yeah. What about Alex Strauza? Or do you want to use that?
I don't know. I don't know if you want, like... Oh, you want to use it on yourself for sure, but I'm not sure if you want, like...
Are you too upset about that getting duplicated?
I'm not sure. Like, yeah, do you want that duplicated, or do you want, like, the Emperor duplicated? I'm not actually sure.
Well, this is an awkward spot. He can't play anything else. What does he do? Shield Slam his own guy?
You can Nightmare. Wait. If you Nightmare his Emperor, does it kill it your turn or his turn? Because does it proc duplicate?
It kills it at the start of your next turn.
Of your turn. No, of their turn, right? Of your next turn. So it would be Mirari's turn. So it wouldn't proc the duplicate. Right?
No, it's your next turn. So it would proc the duplicate.
Would it? This is interesting.
Yeah, so I think it would still proc the duplicate, yeah. I think he realizes that he just needs
at the start of your next turn.
Yeah,
but...
So be on your turn, so it'll be the same as you just attacking into it.
Yeah, you're right, okay. Yeah. Dang. That would have been cool.
He's actually going to overdraw.
Yep. He just needs to dump these nightmares. They're not useful. Like,
this matchup is so weird.
Emperors. Wait, did he only get one Emperor from that duplicate?
Yeah, because it overdrew.
Oh man, he should have dumped the Frostbolts, I think.
Shield block. Okay, that's actually a pretty good card.
Yeah, that's a good card to burn. I can't really understand why he didn't just dump his Frostbolt from his hand.
So how many cards do these guys have left?
I could see this deck working like wonders in ladder, but
because nobody knows how to play against it.
Exactly.
Everybody's just gonna attack in.
He needs to dump those nightmares. Just nightmare something. Yeah. Good times. Good times.
All right. Well, he's getting closer and closer to 100 health. He's at 66. Wait, 76. No, 66. I had it right the first time. Math is hard.
Day 12. Warrior's still just armoring up.
At least we get to see that cool animation every single turn.
God.
He's getting his Magni value going on right now. It's like, I don't even care if I lose this match. I've got to hit this armor up button every single turn.
People always make jokes about how long Control Warrior games are, but Control Warrior versus Echo Mage, that's where it's at, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah, this deck does wonders on ladder if you want if you want to play 10 games in 8 hours.
Grinding to Legend would be a 30-day challenge with this deck.
I'd imagine you would have a high win rate. Or a reasonably high win rate.
I would hope so. Oh my goodness, imagine having a low win rate and playing this deck. That would take forever.
Torture.
Torture, for real.
I'm sure Waffster's happy that Mirrari's making room on his board for him.
I think it's a little unfortunate that Waffster didn't get a single Ysera Awakens. I wonder if he's just going to use Dream. I don't really find the use of it. And is Waffster fatiguing faster than Mirrari? It seems like he is. His deck size is looks significantly smaller. 9 and 6. He has 6 cards left. He needs to start making moves, I think. I don't know if he's actually going to win this fatigue battle.
He can use Dream to kill 2 giants with BGH.
Oh man, such value.
Yeah.
He has all this removal, double shield slam. Oh wait, he has lethal, right? You just shield slam face.
You could have done that 6 turns ago. 8 turns ago, maybe even 10 turns ago.
This is so ridiculous.
I mean, I think he has enough removal to just go in.
I think so
just
as well.
Go in and deal giants. You have BGH, Dream BGH, you have double shield slam, you have execute, you have brawl.
Go for it,
Just do it. Just do it.
Oh my god.
Make your dreams come true.
It would be a different story if Waffster wasn't going to fatigue first. But Waffster is definitely going to fatigue first. But I don't know. It's such a weird matchup. Do you use a Frostbolt here just to dump it?
I don't know. He's got 10. He needs to dump something. And he doesn't want to use Heal Bot because he wants to get closer to his giants. I guess it doesn't matter because he's going to end up using Alexstrasza on himself anyway. That Molten Giant would, after Alexstrasza, would cost 3. Or no, you do it after 1 Emperor, so it'll cost 4. Do you just Alex here in Frostbolt? Is it time to Alex?
I think you would Alex yourself more than anything else.
Yeah. Alex yourself and then Frostbolt.
I think I like that. I'm not sure if it's exactly time to go in. I think you want it to be
double giants.
Yeah,
really
I think you could probably just dump a heal bot. I like this. Yeah, because you're gonna Alex yourself anyways, right? Yeah. Ooh, I don't know if I like that. I guess how do you do 1 damage to it though?
You don't.
You don't have the whirlwind effect from Dustbite, so no, you don't. You wait. You can Nightmare it and then just make him draw a bunch of cards. That'd be kind of sick.
Nightmare his Acolyte of Pain and then attack into it with Fiery War Axe.
But you'd only make him draw 1 extra card, right?
Yeah, I don't know if that's worth it. I mean, what else are you going to Nightmare though? There's probably uses for it. I don't even know.
Day 40. Warrior still just armors up.
Yep. All the viewers are secretly hoping that Mirrari loses so that they don't have to sit through any more of these Mage matchups.
Oh my god.
40 armor. Just about 70 health. Even if he fatigues.
Well, it doesn't matter. Mirrari only has one more game, right? Regardless. Because there's a third place match.
Yeah. That's true. So either way.
So we can cheer for Mirrari. Either way.
Woo!
Okay, so I think you want to clear the board before you play the Alexstrasza and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, is that his first Team Sayer? I think so. Right?
He just
it's the second. He just played one.
played one, yeah. Well, next turn he could Frostbolt it and then play Alexstrasza. But he might want his second Molten Giant before he does that.
I think Mirrari really needed to clear the board there, but he can just Frostbolt next turn and be happy with it.
Mm-hmm.
So he also has one more duplicate left, right?
Yeah, he does.
There it is. Sweet. All right, so you just go duplicate Frostbolt, Alexstrasza.
Yep.
Alexstrasza, your own face. Oh man, such value.
We're getting there.
Rank 25 plays. Okay, drop that. Okay, I think he just wants to duplicate the Moltens.
Yeah. He's got double Echo as well.
But he doesn't have a Sun Fury, does he? Not in his hands.
He used a Sun Fury earlier, so I think his last 4 cards, there's one Sun Fury and one Molten Giant. Sun Fury, Molten Giant, or has he used both Flame Strikes?
I'm not sure. It might be another freeze effects.
Oh yeah, Frost Nova.
Waffster's going in.
It's time.
Oh man, I have no other choice.
Put him at 1.
I like it, but this is what I'm talking about. Like Waffster actually doesn't have he doesn't have like a Sarah Awakens or anything to actually deal with this.
But he's got almost 80 health to work with.
Yeah, it's true.
So there's that.
Oh, Mirrari's one of Mirrari's last cards is Ice Block, so you can actually get it from the Mad Scientist right now. Ugh, it's unfortunate that Waffster doesn't have any more weapons either, because if the board is like frozen, then he actually can't just lethal him.
Alright.
Here comes.
Molten. Did you do that out of order? Oh, it doesn't matter.
Freeze board, play second Molten. Alright, so you could just double shield send this, right?
Yeah.
And then you're happy. But
Duplicate.
you don't want the Molten to be duplicated, so you have to kill off the 3/3 first. But how do you do that? Do you shield slam it? So shield slam the 3/3, shield slam the 8/8,
You can revenge execute.
dream your BGH, and then BGH it, right?
Yeah.
I think that's the play. So hopefully...
He's dreaming the Grom.
Oh, interesting. Is he gonna revenge it? Oh, this works as well. I like this. Okay. Yeah.
Well, Mirrari has 2 cards left. And one of those is a Molten.
Actually, was this even better? Because now your
set
Grom
up
is
for-
more damaged.
Yeah.
Whatever, it's fine. Doesn't matter.
Molten.
Okay. It's a lot of heal bots. This is like he's like out of Moltens, isn't he? This is his last one, so he has to go Molten, Healbot, Echo, Freeze. I don't know about this.
His only threat left is Molten Giant.
Yeah, the one that's in his hands.
Yeah.
I don't know about this.
Execute. Oh my god.
Okay, so you just play Boom and you armor up, and you're happy with the game because you're gonna win the Fatigue War anyways. Actually, there's so many heal bots. I don't know.
Last card, Sun Fury?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not a single bomb on face. Wow. Okay. So, do you even play the heal bot? Do you start clearing the board?
Oh no.
I guess he clears the board. Okay.
Oh no.
I don't know. Man. The Alex Strazza might actually like win Waffster the game here. Alright, so you execute that. Then you Alex him.
Yeah.
And you're going all in. Okay.
And the only
And
threat he
I
has
think-
left is Giant, and he has to execute for it.
I actually really think that Waffster should have executed that. Wait, what? Okay.
Just revenge. Execute.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I think
But
that's...
the heal bots will keep him alive, right?
They'll keep him alive, but he's gonna... Oh, wow, and he will be able to kill the Alex.
Yeah. I'm so confused.
But he's gonna be able to swing in for 8.
Waffster has so much armor, though. Like, I don't know if it makes a difference. Yeah, I would have liked to see that last turn. Oh, please don't kill your threat. Oh, I don't like this. Waffster might have just thrown the game there. Because he knows Mirrari has heal bots. Like, I guess he has Brawl if Mirrari plays his last card. I'm not sure. Yeah, so you just armor up this turn, right? And you wait 1 turn for him to play his last card.
Yeah.
But Mirari's probably too smart to do that. I think if you're Mirrari, you sit 1 more turn to get maximum value from your heal bot. Can't say I didn't expect the game to end this way.
Wow.
Alright. Brawl, yeah. At this point, you just want to reduce the damage. I don't know why he didn't execute the Alex Strazza. That's strange to me.
Execute the Molten Giant
the
and
Molten
attack
Giant,
with the
yeah,
Alex
okay.
Strazza.
Yeah.
So they're 1 card apart, right? Waffster's taking 5 fatigue this next
Mirari's
turn.
taking 6.
Mirari's taking... No, then Mirari will take 5 the next turn because he just took 4.
Oh, okay.
But he's going to be getting an extra 3 damage in.
I think Waffster wins. In fact, if you're Waffster, you might even want a Nightmare one.
Nightmare 1? Yeah.
Yeah, I think you win if you do that, right?
Because you'll take an extra 5 damage
Yeah.
that turn, but it'll remove the 3 damage for the rest of the turns.
Hopefully Waffster does some math on it.
You know that, well, you know that you're going to survive at least 3 more turns.
Exactly. So already then, like, it values it. All right. He doesn't do it, though. Ah.
Blah.
Alright. Do it now. I think it's still worth it, right? Maybe.
Yeah, you'll take 8 damage this turn, but it'll reduce the amount of damage. You'll be alive for, what, 5 more turns?
Something
It'll
like
take
that.
7,
So he
8,
does it.
15, plus 9, 24. Yeah.
Okay.
It'll be worth it by 1, but he should have done it last turn.
Yeah.
Because now he's taking an extra
Slight
3 damage from
misplace.
that. Yeah, because now Mariah's going to take 7.
Yeah, I think Waffster still wins, right?
Yeah.
Because Waffster's hero power is also twice as effective as Mirari's hero power.
Yeah. All right. Mariah does the math, and that series went out with a bang.
Every single card used.
Every single card used. Both players had no cards remaining at the end of that matchup. And Waffster, he's going to move on to the finals.
Grand
of the
finals.
Future Tournament number 1. The Grand
Exactly.
Finals.
Playing the winner of Colento and Hot Form, both pretty well-known players. So.
Mhm. Yeah. And Mirai, he will move down to the 3rd place match. I don't think there's a difference between 3rd and 4th.
I don't think so either.
So I'm not sure. I guess they're playing for glory. Yeah, for glory, I suppose. But yeah, that'll happen after the next match, and then we'll close out the day with the final. So again, guys, make sure you head over to geico.onog.gg. You can find all the information about the tournament. I'm on the page right now. As soon as you get to the page, there's a big giveaway banner. You can enter in to win an official TSM PC. You can see the specs down below. It's a pretty sick computer. So make sure you head over there. Also, if you scroll down a bit, you can find the schedule. You can find the registration links for all the open tournaments that'll be coming up. And you can also find information about GEICO points and how the whole system works. So during the break, make sure you head over to that website, check it out a little bit. But we are going to take a short break before we jump in to the match between Hot Form and Kalento. So don't go anywhere, guys. More One Nation of Gamers Summer Circuit action continues right after this.